The People's Democratic Party Governors Forum has appointed former Senate President Bukola Saraki to lead a 7-member Reconciliation Committee to address the party's internal strife. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, who chairs the forum, announced this after a meeting with current and former governors in Abuja on Monday. The committee is tasked with fostering unity within the party ahead of the National Executive Committee meeting on May the 27th and the National Convention in August. The PDP has faced internal conflict since the 2023 elections, including disputes between Governor Sim Fubara and ex-Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, and the unresolved vacancy of the National Secretary. These issues have caused divisions, leading to defections, most notably Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori and others to the All Progressives Congress. Governor Mohammed emphasized that the meeting aimed to close ranks and ensure unity amongst party leaders. He acknowledged the challenges but noted that it could strengthen the party, particularly in states with established PDP structures. Well, joining us now is former PDP Deputy National Chairman, Chief Bode George, for a chat on the outcome of Sunday's meeting by the PDP, during which former Senate President Bukola Saraki was appointed to head the Reconciliation Committee, the return of Ayamu as National Secretary, and the decision to allow Wike into the meeting. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Yeah, it's always my pleasure. And I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to make comments on the ongoings in my party. And very ready. Thank you.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you on Newsday. Now, Chief George, what differentiates this committee from others that have been set up in the past? And how optimistic are you that genuine reconciliation can be achieved this time around?
I believe there's always room for reconciliation. You, especially in a political setup, an organization, you don't shut your doors and think all is not well. The essence of this is to ensure that they moderate the anger that has been exhibited on all sides, so that the next meeting will be moderate, will be civilized. It would be a family meeting, and we must come to a conclusion, positive conclusion, because Nigerians are waiting, they are watching, and it's a load of disgrace when I see some of the top-rated members of our party jumping ship. It doesn't speak well of civilized behavior. But I'm happy that they have selected a few people who will meet both the Group A, Group B, and whatever other group, and be able to reconcile them so that by the time we come to the next meeting on the 27th of this month, it will be seamless and be like before. Because what I will remind this committee to tell all the groups they meet is that a divided house will remain a defeated house. And that because of their personal grievances, they should remember that they are still dancing on the graves of the founding fathers of our party. And this party is not an enterprise of any individual. Whatever it is, in politics, you will have disagreements, but you can disagree, but you must never be disagreeable.
Now, Chief George, I'm wondering what role the former governor of Rivers State and the current FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, who has openly sabotaged your party, would be playing in this reconciliation effort. Some analysts have been expecting the PDP to discipline him. Instead, it seems he's still been pampered.
You know, when you have a family, sometimes you have some of your kids who will be, the fear of daddy will make them to be in line. Sometimes you have some of them who will tell you they don't agree, they are ready to discuss, they are ready to whatever. No individual, let me put it that way, no individual is bigger than this party. This Reconciliation Committee will be a last gap before the next meeting. The major reason for constituting this committee is to have a rancor-free next meeting, because we need to be committed. We need to tell the members of the public, the electorate, that yes, we can have disagreements, but our ability to be able to meet inside a closed door meeting, we will debate, we will discuss, there will be shouting, there will be quiet. Some will even almost turn it into an Irish parliament. But in the final decision, we must come out so that the members of the public would have more confidence that these people can, if they can manage themselves, then we are positively impacted on their minds and guaranteeing that no matter the crisis you meet when you are in government, that they will not be able to resolve. I hope that they will listen to themselves, but in whatever discussions they are doing, there is no under-table movement. Let them allow all the parties to state their cases. They are quite experienced people who are members of this committee. And I pray that in the final analysis, we will get there. Our party is very different from the APC party. Individualism doesn't count in this party. You could have people who will make noise here, make noise there, and all that. We have the rules, we have the laws. This is the ground norm of our party, the party constitution. It's the ground norm. And they will read the contents of the constitution. Those who cannot abide by the rules of this constitution can take a walk out peacefully. If you want to be a member of the party, the first responsibility you should exhibit is you must respect the laws as laid down by the founding fathers of our party. I have no hatred to anybody, but if you cannot follow these rules, then we cannot be members of the same party. And the APC, in their own doctrine, exhibits single ownership of the party. Not only just exhibiting it, he stated it openly that I own the party. It's different from our own. This party was packaged by Papa Alex Ekweme and some many other elders who had passed on to the great beyond. And if we respect their thought processes as packaged in this document, we are respecting them even in their graves. I want to tell all the other people, all the fighters, to sheath their sword. Let's listen. The committee members will listen to A and listen to B. They will appeal to them and make their recommendations, which will be considered by the National Working Committee. Later, they will bring the suggested solutions to the National Executive Committee of the party, which is the second highest position of the party. The highest body is the convention, followed by the National Executive Committee. And anything decided there, whatever you want to do at that neck, once it's done, that's it.
No, Chief
no
George.
appeal, no judiciary, no nothing.
So, Chief George, how will Samuel Ayamu's resumption as PDP National Secretary affect the party's internal power dynamics, particularly in relation to Nyesom Wike's influence, and then, of course, the reconciliation efforts?
You take the case of Ayamu being a secretary. We are heading to NEC now, which is going to be on the 27th of this month. All right? And Ayamu cannot spend more than maximum 2 months. Because after NEC, the committee that is on zoning will start meeting. The committee on the convention, which is scheduled already for August. So we are in July now. I mean, we are in May now. You have May, June, July, August. So even if he goes back there, for me, no big deal. It's not everlasting. And if they tell him that he's not going there, I spoke with him before, that if they say that you cannot be, it doesn't matter. Having been the national secretary of the party entitles him to be a life member of the board of trustees. So suggestions that are coming from the governors forum are mere suggestions. It's not fixated. No. Whatever they meet is like they're a pressure group trying to make suggestions for the way forward. Their decisions will be considered. Even this committee that he set up will also make their contributions, and all the elders too. They will meet. There is still going to be the national caucus meeting. There will be the board of trustees meeting before the NEC meeting. So we have a process. We have a way of resolving our crisis. And the way people are making it look like it's a private fiefdom, that's APC, not our party. We have a route. We have a process. We have the normalcy of getting to final answers. And I plead, and I'm praying, and I am asking all sides, in the interest of their children and generations of their great children to come, history is going to be made. We will show Nigerians that we have the capacity and the ability of top-rated management skills to resolve the crisis plaguing us now. That I can assure you. Anybody who doesn't want to listen, it's simple. If you don't want to listen, you can't be right all the time. If you don't want to listen, go and start your own political party and go out. And, everybody saying, why don't you sack this? Why don't you? There is a process. It's an Iroko tree. You just don't go and chop Iroko tree in the forest and think that all is well. No. but it will be well with our party. That I can assure you.
So, Chief George, what strategies would you suggest, can be used by the committee, the Reconciliation Committee, to stop the wave of defection in the PDP, seeing as there are reports that even more of your governors are planning to leave the party?
Now, let me try. The strategy is very simple. We started this since 1998. There is a process of doing things. We abandoned that process. We schemed out of that process, and that's what has landed us where we are. Everybody will remember how all this shenanigan started. And that's why I am saying we still have respectable, responsible, top-rated administrators, experienced gentlemen and women who will come to that meeting and will look at everybody in the face and tell them the truth. I will appeal. You are asking what strategy they should adopt. They should meet Group A separately, Group B separately, listen to their, grievances. If there are any other groups, meet them all separately. Then the committee will meet, strategize, look at the inputs from all the various committees, groups, and then call all of them together, face to face. And I am sure at the end of the day, something positive will happen. It is a standard system of management. For example, I was asked to go to Baba Obasanjo at that time when the Ife Modakeke crisis was raging. People were being murdered carelessly, and it was me alone that Baba said, look, the governor of Osun had been here asking for support from the federal government, but they head down, go and see the governor. I say it now with pride, looking back. There's nothing so enormous. If you are dead serious, you are loyal, you are committed, maybe your interpretation has taken you in a wrong route, or some people have been trying to pump you up to decimate the party. All these things, you will be there, first day, you will discuss. What I did in Ife Modakeke, the first day, I met with the leaders of Ife. The second day, I met with the leaders of Modakeke. The third day, we repackaged all ourselves, both Ife and Modakeke, and headed to Modakeke. I remember what the governor told me, Papa Akonde. He said, but Amy, I have no hands in it. Anyway, you are a soldier. You want to go to that? I said, Papa, don't worry, sir. All the two groups, we were all in the bus. And because they grew together, they went to the same secondary school. They knew themselves. We were talking. As we turned the bend of Shekona, heading to the University of Ife campus. There was dead silence in the bus. Everybody thinking, where the hell is this young man? I was the youngest in the bus. They were all old men. And I arranged it in a matter how the Ife leader and the Modakeke leader sat in the front. By the time we got to that roundabout, we turned right, going to Modakeke. We met tons of people, hundreds and thousands of youths, women, and we taught both sides. So each side saw the carnage that had been committed in each side. And we drove back to Oshogbo and said, good night, gentlemen. They all went. On the fourth day, we all now met together. So I'm sure the governors and people that are there will use that same system. We must be fair, though. We must be fair. We must be equitable. and we must be just. Listen to A, absolutely, give them time. Listen to B, absolutely, and tell them, please, no more public comments once this meeting starts. Then they will talk and, examine the statements from all sides and call the two of them before you will now make their recommendations for consideration. And they should please advise them, no more public comments about party, about this. Those who want to go and join APC, good luck to them. I have no doubt in my mind that if we are able to resolve, and we will, by the grace of God, resolve our own crisis, we will meet the APC, and those who ran down to APC jumping ship now will regret shamelessly that is their decision. Going to APC for what? What is it that has positively impacted Nigerians that they are happy they want to vote for APC again? When you got there, take the issue in Delta. When the former governor and all the team and they landed in APC, they met a structure. The fight will come out because they, who had been there before, are telling them that what do you think you are coming to do? So, but we are. The people voted for our people. The electorate must see us come out as civilized managers, that there will be fairness, justice, and equity.
Now,
at the end of the day, if you still believe that you cannot accept it, they show you the gate and say, please get out. And it's only NEC that can fire, not anybody else.
Okay, Chief George, I'm going to ask you a very quick question, and we are completely out of time, so please be very fast. Talking about the APC, the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, believes the PDP is dead or will be totally dead by the end of the year, and that the APC will get a decisive victory in 2027 election. Can you briefly, very briefly respond to that?
You know, where did Ganduje come from? Did he not come from our party? Huh? Is he sure that he will win Kano? No. First of all, let me advise. The methodology, the electoral process must not be tampered with. Please, Mr. President, Mr. Ganduje, don't conflagrate this country. Allow the will of the people to be exhibited. There is a computer system, no interlopers, no manipulators. Allow the will of the people to prevail.
Very well said.
The party made you. The party made Ganduje himself. Ganduje has not been publicly elected through any convention or congresses. So he was appointed by my friend, the president, who said, this APC, I own it. So Ganduje, you are going from a free democratic procedure to a self-held procedure. I wish him the best of luck. Nigerians, please give us time. By the 27th, you will see a new Iroko tree, and we will be ready to put a smile on the faces of all Nigerians by the grace of the Almighty. I believe that. Thank you.
Very well said, Chief Bode George, former PDP Deputy National Chairman. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.